The world is at a crossroads. From Eastern Europe to the South China Sea, modern geopolitical conflicts are shaping the future of global power. Stay tuned as we break down the key players, historical context, and potential outcomes. Since 2022, the war in Ukraine has reshaped Europe's security landscape. With NATO expansion, Western sanctions, and ongoing military operations, this conflict has become a battleground between East and West. Ukraine's independence in 1991 marked the start of its difficult relationship with Russia. Over the years, NATO's expansion into Eastern Europe increased tensions, with Russia viewing it as a direct threat to its own security. Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 set the stage for the full-scale invasion in 2022, raising fears of a wider conflict. How will this war end? A decisive victory, a frozen conflict, or prolonged instability? These are the questions that keep diplomats and military strategists up at night. The Taiwan Strait is one of the most dangerous geopolitical flashpoints today. China claims Taiwan as its own, a legacy of a decades-long civil war, while the US and its allies insist on supporting Taiwan's independence. Taiwan is home to the world's most advanced semiconductor manufacturing, crucial for the global economy. Controlling Taiwan would give China a technological advantage and shift global economic power. Both sides are increasing military activity in the region, with Chinese military exercises, and the US strengthening its presence. Could a conflict over Taiwan escalate into a full-scale war? Experts warn that any miscalculation could drag the world into a new crisis. Slightly to the west, from Iran's nuclear ambitions to Israel's security concerns and proxy wars across the region, the Middle East remains a volatile chessboard. The Middle East has been shaped by colonial borders, arbitrary lines that ignored centuries-old tribal and religious divisions. The discovery of vast oil and gas reserves has fueled economic growth, but also conflict and instability. Iran's support for groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis creates further instability, turning local conflicts into regional proxy wars. Diplomatic efforts like the Abraham Accords offer a glimmer of hope for long-term peace, but the road is long and arduous. Back to the east, a sea of disputes. China's territorial claims over the South China Sea put it at odds with neighboring countries and the United States. This region is vital for global trade, with trillions of dollars in goods passing through every year. China has been aggressively asserting its claims, building artificial islands and placing military assets in the region. The United States challenges these claims with freedom of navigation operations, sailing warships through the disputed waters. Will diplomacy prevent a military escalation, or are we heading toward another naval confrontation? The stakes couldn't be higher. Africa, a continent at a crossroads. Africa, a continent of immense diversity and untapped potential, is experiencing a wave of instability. From coups in the Sahel region to tensions in Ethiopia and Sudan, Africa is facing a multitude of challenges. With foreign powers investing in resources and infrastructure, Africa is becoming a battleground for influence. China's Belt and Road Initiative is expanding China's economic and political influence, while Russia's Wagner Group further destabilizes the region. Will Africa rise as a global economic power, or will instability hold it back? The answer depends on both African nations and the global community. These conflicts are deeply connected to global power struggles. Are we heading toward greater conflict, or can diplomacy and cooperation prevent a new era of war? The answers will determine the course of the 21st century. We've seen the horrors of war and the power of diplomacy to build a more peaceful world. What do you think? Let's discuss in the comments. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more geopolitical analysis. Leave a comment with your thoughts and suggestions for future topics. We love hearing from you.